The alley was dark, silent except for the frantic gasps of a woman, the bitch probably on her cycle. The air was thick with tension, the kind that makes your skin crawl worse than tweaking off some smack shot in the veins and your heart race. Every shadow seemed to hold a secret, every corner a lurking danger. Shit, there were some homeless dudes giving one another a rusty trombone just 2 blocks over. Her purse lay open, its contents scattered across the grimy pavement. Lipstick, a wallet, and a few crumpled bills lay strewn about, a silent testament to the sudden violence that had erupted. A lone figure towered over her, fully erect with a cruel smirk playing on his lips. His eyes gleamed with malice, enjoying the fear he had instilled in his victim. He was the embodiment of the city's darkest corners, a predator in the urban jungle. "I want to suck toes, baby!" he yelled at her. Then a shadow fell across the alley. It moved with a purpose, a silent guardian emerging from the darkness. The air seemed to shift, the oppressive fear giving way to a glimmer of hope. A deeper voice, laced with warning, cut through the night. It was a voice that commanded attention, that promised retribution, that made you so hot and tingling you have to control yourself from touching it.
Let her go, like no cap.
The mugger barely had time to turn before a fist connected with his jaw. The impact was swift and brutal, a testament to the power behind it. It was a strike that spoke of years of training and countless edging sessions, all in the name of justice. He crumpled like a puppet with its strings cut. His body hit the ground with a thud, the fight drained from him in an instant. His boner deflated and he shit himself. The Batman stood over him and pissed, a silent promise of justice. His cape billowed slightly in the night breeze, a dark silhouette against the dim light. He was the city's silent protector, a beacon of hope in its darkest hours, a watcher of windows and housewives. Fear flickered in the mugger's eyes before unconsciousness claimed him. It was a look Batman had seen countless times, the realization that their reign of terror was over.
"It's all right, ma'am, you uppity bitch, no cap,"
Batman said, his voice surprisingly gentle. It was a stark contrast to the fierce warrior who had just taken down the mugger. In that moment, he was not just a vigilante, but a protector, a guardian of the innocent. He helped her gather her belongings, his face a mask of shadows in the dim light. Each movement was deliberate, careful, as if he understood the fragility of the moment.
"Stay safe, cunt."
As she hurried away, Batman turned his attention back to the unconscious mugger, but not after he took in the sight of that thick asshole walking away. His eyes narrowed, assessing the threat, ensuring it was truly neutralized. Batman pulled out some baby oil from his utility belt, popped the cap and began to rub it onto the mugger. "Damn baby, you thick," said Batman. This was Gotham, a city where shadows ruled and fear was a constant companion. The streets were a labyrinth of danger, where every turn could lead to peril. Homeless dude giving out rim jobs and every corner store sold their beer by the 40. But even in the darkness, hope remained. It was a fragile thing, often overshadowed by the city's many evils. But it was there, a light in the darkness. A stream of piss that could one day drown out the evil fires that plagued this shithole. Hope embodied in the symbol of the bat. It was a symbol that struck fear into the hearts of criminals and gave courage to the innocent. A symbol that empowered the phrase, "fuck around and find out." He activated the comm unit in his cowl. The technology was state-of-the-art, a testament to the resources at his disposal. Mexico's finest creations.
"Robin, I'm at the corner of 5th and Main. We have a situation. We got motherfuckers shitting on the sidewalks."
The reply was instantaneous, a sign of the strong bond and trust between them. Batman could see past Robin's fuckboy vibes, the youthful voice of his partner crackling through the comm. It was a voice filled with determination and eagerness. Dude is a straight-up fuckboy.
"On my way, Batman."
A moment later, the agile form of Robin swung through the night, landing gracefully beside him. His movements were fluid, a dance of precision and agility, just as fuckboy as it gets.
"What did we have here?"
he asked, his youthful face eager. There was a spark in his eyes, a hunger for justice that mirrored Batman's own. Robin looked fine as hell in his tight little uniform. Batman allowed himself a rare, small smile. It was a fleeting moment of warmth in the cold night. But how could he resist with Robin's fine ass standing next to him?
"Just another night in Gotham, Robin."
Little did they know, this seemingly ordinary night was about to take a sinister turn, a turn that would push them to their limits. Far past the limits they mastered in their circle jerk and edging sessions. The city's underbelly was stirring, and a new threat was emerging from the shadows. Batman had bumps growing on his batarang that he probably got from Wonder Woman's nasty ass. A turn that would push them to their limits. The challenges ahead would be unlike anything they had faced before, testing their skills, their resolve, and their very bond as partners. More so than the struggles of tag teaming the same hooker and trying to keep your tips from touching, and test the very bonds of their partnership. In the face of this new danger, they would have to rely on each other more than ever, their trust and teamwork the only thing standing between Gotham and chaos. More than the amount of trust you rely on when you're Eiffel Tower some dude's mom and you can't make eye contact. High above the city, the night was thick with an ominous silence, broken only by the distant hum of traffic and the occasional siren. Every so often, the pop of gunfire from someone's ass getting capped. Gotham was a city perpetually on edge, its shadows hiding secrets and dangers that most could only imagine, and a terrible fucking smell. Who the fuck cleans up the place? In a dilapidated amusement park shrouded in darkness, the air was thick with the scent of decay and neglect and tons of shit, since nobody cleans around here. Rusted rides creaked in the wind, and the once vibrant colors of the funhouse had faded to a ghostly pallor. A chilling laughter echoed through the empty corridors of the funhouse, a sound that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who heard it, a sound that could instantly make hard wood soft. The walls seemed to close in, the eerie lighting casting long, sinister shadows. The Joker, Gotham's most notorious criminal and non-binary mastermind, was in his element. His presence was a dark stain on the already grim landscape, his sinister grin a beacon of malevolence. He always drank his beer by the 40.
Oh, Batsy, always so serious. You never know how to have fun, do you? Bitch. It's time you learn to laugh a little. After all, what's life without a bit of chaos and a good old-fashioned handy?
He paced back and forth, his movements erratic yet purposeful, like a predator toying with its prey. The funhouse was his domain, a twisted playground where he held all the cards and all of Gotham's hard drives. If Chris Hansen was here, he'd strike gold. His purple suit was a stark contrast to the decaying grandeur of his surroundings, a splash of color in a world of shadows. The fabric shimmered under the dim lights, a testament to his flamboyant nature. It had been a while since it was cleaned, a splash of semen coated the front zipper and a bit of dog shit on the pant leg. In his hands he held a deck of cards, each one meticulously crafted for this moment. They were more than just playing cards, they were symbols of his twisted game. But these were no ordinary playing cards. Each one bore a picture, a face that would haunt Batman's dreams. Each one bore a picture of Robin, the Boy Wonder, Batman's young ward butt ass naked. The Joker had chosen his target well, knowing the emotional weight it carried. Batman knew the Joker was trying to hit that fine Robin ass too. The Joker shuffled the cards with an almost manic glee, his fingers moving with a practiced ease. The sound of the cards sliding against each other was a prelude to the chaos he was about to unleash. His eyes gleamed with a terrifying light, a reflection of the madness that consumed him. They were windows to a soul twisted by years of hatred and obsession. Years of no pussy and living in his mother's basement in his 40s.
This time, Bats, it's personal. This time you'll feel the pain I've felt besides fuck you bitch-ass cunt. This time you'll learn what it means to lose something precious. You'll understand the depths of despair.
He slammed a card down on the table, the sound echoing through the empty room like a gunshot. It was a declaration of war, a challenge that Batman could not ignore. Dude is a fucking psychopath. The image of Robin's smiling face stared up at him, a cruel reminder of what was at stake. The trap was set, the pieces in place for a deadly game. The stage was prepared for a showdown that would shake Gotham to its core. The city, with all its dark corners and hidden secrets, was about to witness a battle of wills like never before. The Joker had lured Batman into a game he couldn't win, a game where the rules were as twisted as the mind that created them. The stakes were higher than ever before, the consequences more dire. It was a high-stakes game of life and death, with no room for error. And the prize? The life of Robin, the Boy Wonder, his tight boy pussy. A life that hung in the balance, a pawn in the Joker's deadly game. Batman would have to summon all his strength, all his cunning to save his young ward and put an end to the Joker's reign of terror. Or let Robin fucking die trying. The Batmobile screeched to a halt outside Gotham Bank, its headlights illuminating a scene of chaos. The once bustling street was now a battlefield, with debris scattered everywhere and the sound of distant sirens filling the air. Some homeless dude pulled out a Glock 9 and busted 3 caps in one of the ops, ran his pockets and dipped. Smoke billowed from a gaping hole in the side of the building, and the air was thick with the scent of explosives. The acrid smell stung Batman's nostrils as he surveyed the destruction, his mind racing to piece together what had happened. Honestly, he didn't give a fuck, he just wanted to save Robin and tap that Boy Wonder bussy. But it was the sight of Robin, bound and gagged, dangling precariously from the clock tower that made Batman's blood run cold. His young partner, his ward, was in grave danger, and time was running out. This isn't the first time Robin was bound and gagged.
Robin! Batman's voice echoed through the night, a mix of desperation and determination.
He roared, his voice hoarse with fury. The rage within him was palpable, a fire that burned hotter with each passing second. He was already out of the car, his cape billowing behind him as he raced towards the tower. Each step felt like an eternity, the weight of the situation pressing down on him. Batman needed to calm down his nerves. Reaching into his utility belt, he pulled out a needle and rubbed. He tie off and shot some smack, bringing his mind to ease, and carried on. But before he could reach the entrance, a high-pitched laugh stopped him in his tracks. It was a sound he knew all too well, one that haunted his nightmares.
Hello, Batsy, missed me? I'ma fuck me some boy wonder dot. The Joker's voice was laced with mockery, a cruel reminder of the chaos he thrived on.
The Joker's voice, amplified by a hidden loudspeaker, echoed around the deserted street. It was as if the very walls of Gotham were mocking Batman, amplifying his sense of dread. The smack he shot up earlier wasn't helping him now. Suddenly, the streetlights flickered and died, plunging the area into darkness. Batman took this opportunity of darkness to quickly rub one out. The only light came from the distant fires and the occasional flash of lightning in the stormy sky, but nobody could see Batman spanking his monkey. When Batman's vision adjusted to the darkness, he found himself surrounded. The shadows seemed to come alive, forming a circle of menace around him. Dozens of Joker's henchmen, their faces twisted into grotesque grins, emerged from the shadows, each one armed and ready to fight. Their eyes gleamed with malice, eager to bring down the Dark Knight. The fight was brutal, a whirlwind of fists, feet, and batarangs. Batman moved with precision, each strike calculated, but the sheer number of enemies was overwhelming. At this point, no fucks were given. Batman pulled out dual Glock 20 SFs and started blasting. Bodies hit the deck, punched clean with bullet holes. But despite Batman's skills, he was outnumbered, outmatched. The henchmen attacked in waves, their relentless assault pushing him to his limits and ammo capacity. Every time he took down one of the Joker's goons, two more seemed to take his place. It was a never-ending tide of violence, each wave more ferocious than the last. Batman kept blasting, spray and pray, head got popped, dicks blown off. And all the while, Robin's life hung in the balance. The young hero's muffled cries for help spurred Batman on, a constant reminder of what was at stake. The fuckboy better put out. Then, just as Batman started to gain the upper hand, he felt a sharp pain in his side. It was a searing, blinding agony that brought him to his knees. He looked down to see a crowbar, wielded by Harley Quinn, protruding from his ribs. Her maniacal laughter echoed in his ears as she twisted the weapon, causing even more pain. "Oh fuck yeah," thought Batman, "this bitch is fine as fuck!" He stumbled back, his vision blurring with a raging boner. He had failed to save Robin, but he really didn't give a shit. To be continued.